Look at this fire pit. How long does it take for a fire pit to look like that when it's not in use? Completely consumed in moss and debris and welcome back, everybody. I'm all rigged up. Everything's a go. Beautiful day. You know, it's at the time of this filming, it's still officially springtime, not summer yet, but it's this weather. I mean, wow. So what are we doing today? Well, I'm paddling. What else is there to say? I'm out, I'm about, and I'm paddling. Alexi's in the front. She's checking out the scenery just like a hood ornament. And I'm going to be exploring these waters. I'm going to look for, see if this place is a good place to come back over and over again. Today it's absolutely beautiful out here. Pristine conditions. And this is actually the lake. This lake here, I came here last winter. This is where I came out and I just walked off onto the lake, and I drilled a couple of holes and I tried fishing, and I caught one little walleye on that video. And I said, I put it in my notes as a lake to come back and fish again in the summertime with the canoe and go paddle it and explore it. So here I am. This is it. And with a little bit of luck, maybe we'll catch a few fish along the way. So stick around, and we're going to be enjoying the outdoors. I'm working my lure around a beaver house. Lexi, stop that. Lexi sometimes barks at the lure when I cast it out. Stronger than her. She's a ball dog and a frisbee dog at home, right? So when I cast my lure out, she'll often want to go out and chase it, kind of thing. But in any case, the next step is I gotta find somewhere to get off. It's lunchtime and I have a sandwich prepared. So I'm gonna reel in because I have very, very, very shallow water here. I'm not expecting to catch anything in these shallow waters, so I'm gonna bring my lure up and scout the shoreline. I think I see a spot down the ways, and see if I can find a good location to pull off and have something to drink and have my sandwich. Okay, so I'm on shore, and as usual, when you're paddling the backcountry, you're faced with unexpected stuff. Got my lunch. I go sit down and have a bite to eat. But first thing I want to point out, you look right there, there is a campsite sign. It's would appear that I just stumbled upon an old forgotten campsite, but it is clearly marked, so it's a this campsite can be found somewhere on maps. This campsite can be found. But first things first, I'm gonna go eat. Let's go grab a bite to eat. I'll give you a tour of this campsite. Nobody's been here in a lot of years, so let's go check it out. There's two sections to this campsite. I got a fire pit over there. Down that way. There's one old beer can, completely sun faded. Bunch of debris that fell out of the trees up above. Just the forest debris that's on the ground and the debris that's in the fire pit. Clearly nobody's been here in years and years and years. I got, you're propped up on a dead spruce. There's two dead spruces that are dropped. This would have been completely cleaned off and burnt in the fire pit if somebody would have been using this campsite. The location is absolutely pristine. Lots of cedar trees right on the shoreline. I got these clusters of cedar trees. They offer a lot of shade. You can see by the camera that I'm not standing in the blazing sun. Good, and it's midday, right? I'm having lunch. It's midday, so the sun's right above, and we have nicely shaded. Couple of good tent pads. Pretty flat. Absolutely perfect site. Let me grab the camera, and I'll give a little pan in this area. Then we'll go see the other part of the site, which has perfect for one tent, right? Both little spots here are perfect for one tent each. I didn't go look for an outhouse or a thunder box or anything like that, but that's an old fire pit. Look at the level of debris from the cedar trees that are laying inside this fire pit. Nobody's been here in a long time. Okay, let's go for a little walk down the trail here. There's those two dead spruces. They probably would have came down from the snow load in winter time. I'm saying that because it's full of other trees. Look at these clusters of cedar trees, and none of these are broken or uprooted or anything like that. That's why I'm thinking these two spruces got put down by a winter snow load. And then we come down the trail here. This looks like it would have been the original campsite right here. Nice and open, nice and flat. We're probably about 10 feet up from the water's edge, so we're quite elevated for that. Lots of fuel ready to be burnt. Look at that right there. If people would be using this campsite, this would be gone. Look at this fire pit. How long does it take for a fire pit to look like that when it's not in use. Completely consumed in moss and debris, and the actual ring itself is there, but it looks more like a little mound in a fire pit. And then we got a perfect spot down the way there, got a little trail. I'm guessing that probably leads out to an outhouse of some kind out there. We got some areas between the trees, nice and flat. There's another area right there, nice and flat, perfect for a tent. And then if I spin you around, this is the view, the water's edge. We're in a little channel here on this lake. It's quite a big lake that I'm on, but it's got channels, and this is just one of the channels. So this is the view you'd have camping out here. And as I paddled to this spot, well, there's the camping, the tenting sign. Well, that's a little tour of the this forgotten campsite. I'm gonna finish my apple, jump in, continue paddling, see what else we're gonna find on this lake. A big perch. Boy, he was a big one too. Come on, Lexi. Up. Good girl. All right. Come here, you little snot rocket. Oh, you stole my bait. Got some scars on him. Oh no, he didn't steal my bait. There it is. What do you think, Lexi? Been a while since we brought a fish in, eh? Okay, let's paddle on. Well, everyone, I'm on my way home. I'm back on the main lake, and I'm just letting the wind drift me back to my truck. I'm drifting and jigging at the bottom at the same time. It was a fun afternoon today. Just a quick day outing. Did some scouting. Found a nice campsite, nice abandoned, forgotten campsite. Wouldn't take much to clean that up and start using it. but I have a lot more exploring to do down those channels. I turned around because it was time for me to head home. I still had many hours of paddling to get back to my vehicle. But this place is on my radar for future visits. Caught a few fish, nothing worth bragging about, nothing to really whatever. But definitely this is a do again area, and I'll be sure to take you along for the ride. Folks, thanks so much for coming along. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.